Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. After much anticipation, we finally have Alatreon, so let's just break this stuff down real quick. So starting off, let's just get the equipment out of the way. The Alatreon armor is not that good. It's got some interesting pieces, but nothing super outstanding, and the set bonus is kind of cool being that it's a 2-piece and a 3-piece, so it's not like, 2 and 4 or 4 and 5 like some other stuff. Unfortunately, they're garbage compared to Safi. As we saw in the trailer, getting like a bajillion elemental res only gives you like 50 elemental damage, not really anything special. So yeah, sad face, but whatevs, we don't really need more power creep anyway. I don't think we're going to be using this stuff at all, so let's just move on to the gunner weapons. So first, the bow. It's actually got a fat amount of dragon on this thing, and 2 level 2 slots too, which is really good for bow because we really need more level 2 slots, like no sarcasm. So yeah, definitely this is going to be the go-to dragon bow for true crit element. I think Kiar, Decay, and Safi are rather close, but I think this is just makes comfier sets. Like this hits the pole for 99, and the old true crit element setups hit for 89, I think. And I'm pretty sure Kiar hits for like 96. So it's not going to be that far off, but this does make some pretty good sets. Plus this bow has access to basically all of the coatings, which is really nice. So yeah, definitely use this bow, get this bow, make this bow. Whatever things we're going to use dragon on, going to use this bow. Alright, next up is the heavy bowgun. It is not very good. It's got element, but it doesn't have very good recoil on them. It's not like heavy bowgun can get better than recoil 1, fast reload, clip 9, and crit element like it has on all the Kiara elemental bowguns. So it's kind of a real shame that it doesn't really even have good raw alternatives as well. I mean, I don't know, man. You could probably just skip this one. I can't really see it doing much. The level 2 decos are kind of a waste here on element because, I mean, what are you going to use for a level 2 slot? You don't really need crit. You don't really need... Well, I mean, that's all you really put in level 2 slots. So yeah, despite the good raw, I can't really see this thing outshining any other weapon. So yeah, it's kind of dead in the water there. Also, side note, you can't transmog Alatreon weapons, so it's kind of a downside. Alright, so that's going to bring us to our light bowgun, and holy fucking shit, this goddamn thing can shoot all elements, rapid fire, recoil 1, and normal reload. This is fucking ape shit crazy. It's got rapid fire dragons as well. What the fuck is this? Like, even though it's recoil 4, still, rapid fire dragons means you're getting double the dragon ammunition. Sadly, no good raw option, but who cares? Doesn't need it, man. Look at this. Just look at it. Stare at it. So this thing still won't be Aqua Shot for water since I think it's all the Safi augments. It can get True Spare Shot a lot easier, larger clip size, all that stuff. But pretty much everything else, this thing is going to be the new elemental for. You absolutely need this light bowgun. I want to run so many monsters just because this thing exists. Like, look at it. All right. So enough ogling over that light bowgun, but goddamn. Anyway, let's just get on to Alatreon itself. First, let me give you a breakdown of this fight for those who are struggling and need to know kind of how to deal with this thing. So first off, depending on the day, Alatreon will spawn as either fire or ice. Obviously, to do good damage to it, you want to use the opposite element. So those are your 2 key elements. Pick properly. During this fight, you will DPS him down with the opposite element of whatever he is, and eventually you'll get him to a transition state where he becomes purple, like his normal self. He's not weak to any elements during this stage, sadly, so you're going to be doing shit damage. It's kind of more of a raw focus thing than anything. He does take extra dragon, but, it's whatever. So during this state, you have to break his horns. Do whatever you can. Wall bangs, flashes, sleep bombs, whatever. Get those horns broken here because breaking a horn prevents him from changing to the other element. This is key because it means you can actually deal with the fight with a single element. When he's done with his purple phase, he's going to do his Escoda Supernova thing that basically one-shots you. You can lower the damage this deals by doing the appropriate amount of elemental damage to him. It doesn't really say. Just deal a bunch of elemental damage to him and it lowers how much that's going to do. Now I say lower because you can't actually stop this attack. You can't Farcaster, you can't Superman dive it, you can't do anything. You just need to lower the damage you take and heal it off with like Sushi Fish, Mega Pots, Max Pots, stuff like that. Spam that shit, stay alive. But you have to deal with it. Once he's done with this attack, he will swap to the alternate element unless you broke his horn in the purple phase, in which case he will stay the element he spawned with. Now once you break both his horns, he can no longer change states at all, meaning he will always change to his last element, or whatever this first one was if you broke the horns previously as well. Now, when you do this, you can just rinse and repeat and just go until he's dead or you're dead or whatever. But you can effectively deal with this as just a one element fight as long as you can get those horns broken. So that's the Alatreon fight. And I gotta admit, I like this fight. It's a shame that you can't Farcaster, so you intentionally have to die if you want to switch elements or to, you know, get more elemental ammo, any reloads, stuff like that. But this actually, it's pretty cool. I mean, his attacks are nice. They have good telegraphs. The hitboxes are pretty good, except those ice pillars he throws at you. And I think he's actually very well done. I'm not really excited about speedrunning him, but I'm going to give him a shot or two. I kind of get how the fight goes, and I don't think this is bad. I was expecting it to be like dog shit. And yeah, I don't like the gunner hit zones, but what else is new? I mean, I complain about that every monster that comes out, right? Don't worry about it. It's a good fight. I just don't like the mandatory deaths to restock ammo and stuff, but whatevers. But yeah, so that's the Alatreon update for now. A new event's coming, as well as Frostfighting Barioth, which is going to be a little bit later. I'm going to do another vid covering like the whole meta changes for all that stuff probably this weekend. But for now, hopefully this gets you motivated to do Alatreon, get his gear, fight him, give him a shot. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.